Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are having a happy new year. I know times are kind of difficult and rough, especially with this whole lockdown and not being able to get out. And I understand how that can impact a lot of people. But today, I want to share a story with you guys regarding identity and how our identity and how God helps shape our identity. The other day, I was talking with a bunch of my friends about exams and how we all used to do exams and big university and college exams. And a funny story came to mind is there was a few of us sitting in an exam at Brock University, and there was probably a couple hundred kids, maybe 500, 600 kids in this big gymnasium, all writing exams from different programs, different years, different education levels, all that kind of stuff. And with that, during the exam I was focusing on my exam. Then all of a sudden the person in front of me stood up and I was like, oh, maybe they're done. But then they stood up and they shook their hands in the air and did this crazy motion that didn't really distract anybody, but they put their hands up in the air and kind of did a woo situation. And I was like, okay, what are they doing? And I thought, in my head, I thought, they're looking really silly right now. And I definitely was judging them and think to myself that I would never do that personally. And I didn't understand why. So then I saw other people in this gymnasium doing the same thing, and I saw throughout different stages of the exam, I saw different people doing different things. So like I said, people were putting their hands in the air, some people were doing a spin around, some people would have to jump up and down once or twice, and it made me think, I'm like, these people look really silly, and I was really judging them, as well as I was thinking to myself about how silly or crazy or dumb I might look by doing this. And then I thought to myself, I wonder why. So later on, I spoke with one of my buddies that was in the exam, writing actually the one that they had to do all this crazy stuff. And he said their professor added in different things for them to do to make the exam go a little bit more fun, but also for the professor to see how far they were in the exam, as well as to help people keep their mind sharp. That way you took a little bit of a break, you kind of got to refocus and go back in. With that, though, it made me think, I still thought, that's really weird and crazy, and I'd never do it. Then I thought to myself, what would God think about me and me doing this? And, I thought God has helped me over the years, showing my positive beliefs and helped me showing a lot of things about myself and who I am. With that, he has shown me that, there are false beliefs that I have in myself as a person, and I think everybody has those. The false beliefs could be something because I'm short, I might not be able to do things that tall people can do, and that's not true. I could easily do things, and I think everybody has them. And I think no matter what I look at, when I pray to God or when I talk to God, I always ask him to help show me these and help support me with these false beliefs and help make them less of a false belief. You can read many many stories in the Bible regarding these type of identities, and what I want to do is I want to set out a challenge to you guys. It's kind of a craft activity. I will show you mine not next week but the week after. What I want you guys to do is take your hand. I want you to put a little bit of washable marker or paint, and I want you to paint your whole hand and put it down on a piece of paper to show your handprint. Then what I want you to do is do each individual finger, and I want you to look at the lines on your finger, because if you do some studies, the lines on your fingers represent different things. When I show you guys this next week, I'll go over a little bit about what they mean, but for this week, I want you guys to take your hand, put some marker or paint, and even if you just do one finger, and look at the lines on your finger that come from that are formed in our skin, because they all have something to do with who we are as an identity, and it's kind of a cool story on how God created it. So I look forward to seeing all you guys soon. Hopefully we can get back into the church and doing things back to normal. I miss you guys, and I wish you guys all the best going forward.